Polo to the flow, though. You already know, though. It's Adamville for real. You see ya, just take a photo. I'm reppin' that's on photo with a on your bro, though. Cause that Dodo thought that he could rob a player for some dodo. Oh no, also Allen Temple. Also England Mountain. Also Mystic Valley. And I got a couple.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, passing may be at a premium, at least for one side. The Jags are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Texans, who will need to solve that secondary.
Larry, the fans in teal and black are ready to lock down the bank as you get a look inside Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. There's Bell, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Again, it's Bell. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go!
The give is to Bell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll try the air now with Watson. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Bell. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Let's go!
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
2nd down following the run. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He's got a 1st down and then some in midfield. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Stephon Diggs, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Here we go now. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to work. Breaks through the contact. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Black 58 rail. We go now.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player, so he can't get outside of you.
Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. A give to Bell. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Here's Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. First down, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, wide open, complete. And give him a gain of 37. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now Bell, and they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run, so when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. from the gun. Here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And his kick is indeed good, and they take a 17-14 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you have a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going?
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Bortles will try again on second down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Fournette, a first down carry. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Steps away to his... Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Another tough one there for Blake Bortles, partner. 2015, led the league in fumbles as a quarterback, had 14 of them. But you just expect that to get better with experience in the league and, of course, better support from his offensive line. In this case, though, he kind of reverted back to that year.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action and hit them over the top.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. On second down, here's Watson. A screen to Bell. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Fournette fighting through. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Bell. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Come on, let's go!
Out of the gun, Watson going deep for Diggs. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Fielded just inside the 30. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now he steps away, and this is incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Second down now after the incompletion. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. A gain of 39 that time.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, receiver won in a big way.
Throwing is Bortles. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Forced out to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a couple hours south to Orlando. Let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're really rolling. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Bortles now on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And a catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Bortles going to try and throw on third down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
They were stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Off of play action, it's Watson going deep for Diggs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now. And get himself calm.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Second down here after the incomplete pass. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Buying time to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. From the gun, it's Bortles. Dancing to his left. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he fields it cleanly. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Bortles. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Left, 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 left. Slow.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. The Chiefs have added on. They're pulling away in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And here comes the Texans now. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dante Fowler from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. To throw on second is Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. A shotgun snap for Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run it with Jackson. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he rips that one incomplete there. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, and it's 3rd and short.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Bortles going to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. To Fournette, and an alley to run. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards. So they're operating in the red zone. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. the interception. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Here we go. Flex round.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 22. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase. And everyone,
look at this. this middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful, and the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And an alley to run. And now look at him go. Past the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. A great effort there. 97 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On first down, it's Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now a first down throw, Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here we go.
Watson. Caught left side Hopkins. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So the offense lining up first and 10. Now it's Watson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts. But even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
They'll toss it to Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Bortles going to throw here. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. Bortles to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. The 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And on 2nd and 10 now. He'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Huge first down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. He's back to throw. A swing pass caught. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
This offense so far on third down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now they send a man in motion right. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
On the run, this is Jackson. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jaguars, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA.